Good morning, Diane. So I started working on a couple things for Philip's testing session here. Let me pull up some things. Um, okay, let me share my screen with you. Okay, so these are kind of some of the kind of just first level questions I'm going to ask about Philip, and just kind of see what I get. Some of this is based on some of the information you sent me um, the other day, and I am just going to bring this out here and then flag my questions. Um, I'm just trying to keep them blind. I reshuffled them just so, and there's not a whole lot of questions here, just first seven. Do I have permission to test right now for Philip? Any reason why not? Okay, my name is Philip. Just getting a couple baselines to make sure that it's okay. Because I think he's probably asleep right now. Um, it's not quite 11 a.m., so he's probably still um in his sleep cycle, hopefully. Resting peacefully. So let's start with question one. Okay, that's a yes. But this kind of, I'm gonna call that a hesitant no. Okay, so let me just, let's make these a little bigger so you can see the results a little bit easier. I'm just going to bring this back so I can kind of see it. And as you saw, I like to keep everything blind. I don't know, so it's not influencing. Um, so there, um, it does have something to do with the deficiency of neurotransmitters. I feel like we kind of knew that. Um, the hesitant know about the excess of neurotransmitters. So I'm thinking that maybe the excess might be a yes, but the neurotransmitters is the no. So because it wanted to let me know, you're kind of on the right track here. So, um, there's probably an excess of something that's leading into that. And in light of this being a yes, it might be just like it's trying to let us know that there's an excess of something that's causing it. And it's probably likely due to EMF and e-smog. I know y'all are living like very far out and you are, um, you don't have a lot of technical equipment, but they can run those the harps, the 5G towers, all of the things. And now because of the chemtrails that they're putting in, although I think you are in Tennessee, aren't you? I think they have supposedly banned that. um, from like a commercial standpoint, but that doesn't mean that there aren't people flying in planes now specifically to do that. So you're probably getting less than other people. Um, but take that as a grain of salt because they're really pushing for all of that. So, and we're just being bombarded with it every which way they can get it. Um, there is some autoimmunity there, but I feel like that is common now, with all of the nanoparticles, all of these things, because they're so small and they just get into all of the tissues. Our own bodies are attacking our own cells now. That's kind of what they've been designed and programmed to do, um, which really is terrifying. But so I don't want to get caught all up in that because I feel like you know we're awake to a lot of that kind of stuff. And I don't want to get too in the weeds with that. Um, I just rather spend our time and energy trying to figure out how to mitigate it, how to get it out, how to, whatever needs to happen from here. Um, okay, it's letting me know I should use the brain. So I know you hear that probably. Um, but that's just um the brain is actually a software program that I use for creating muscle testing matrices for figuring out, what products or services and different things, what would be helpful. So it's just going to basically help me test kind of where we should go from here. And then, we're getting that it is having something to do with EMF. Microwaves, X-rays, radio waves, it doesn't matter. Basically, you just all of those things are just what bandwidth that those waves are. So radio waves and microwaves are very low frequency waves, and then like X-rays, gamma rays, all of that is just higher, those are high frequency waves. They can all kind of do their own damage and have their own symptoms and this and that. You know, none of them are necessarily good for us. It's not, especially the unnatural things, which pretty much all of that is, right? Um, so I'm getting a yes to that. So I'm gonna just drag my brain over here. It will work for me. So here I'm just like in the my remote services section, and remote, because obviously, you and I are at a distance. Um, I'm not going to be working on him, hands-on. Um, so let's find kind of the best way to start. Like, what should be next as far as services or anything else we need to know on Philip. Is it something on the left? It says first, second, third, the third thing. Okay, so we are in body code, and likely body code will just help me kind of learn. So let me pull that up for you real quick because I'm not going to do his body code session right now. Hang on. Bring this over here and find. That's not it. Bear with me just a second. I'm trying to find. and just re-log in. I just want to show you. When I get there. Mhm. What body code looks like. Um, I mean, essentially, it's just a muscle testing matrices. Okay. Um, for finding the issues. Are you going to pull off of there? Or are you not? What is happening? There we go. Now why? Come on. There we go. Okay. So basically this is the body code muscle testing matrices. And then from here, once you figure out what it is, like let's go to toxin, electromagnetic radiation. So basically, this is coming up that, this is like some of the stuff that's adding into, the narcolepsy and things. My guess is it's probably I'm sorry, it's probably microwaves that's doing it, but whatever, it doesn't matter which flavor of things would come up, but and then once you kind of we find all of the things, um basically there is a quick and easy process for pulling for pulling the energies off and kind of resetting everything, to have the body kind of react to those things better, or clear them out or realign them, or it just depends on what comes up. In this case, you essentially, like for EMFs, let's say, you would be rebalancing the body, um, helping the body to be able to process those frequencies better, essentially, not getting so, triggered and activated by them, that kind of thing. So it just depends on what comes up. So, like, if there are pathogens, basically you're going to clear out. You have two different types of things in pathogens. So a physical pathogen means it's actually there present at the time. The energy of pathogen just means that um, that actual infection has been cleared up, but the immune system is still busy, like the energy of that particular infection is still there. So your body is still trying, or in his case, his body in this case, would still be, kind of triggered to go after those things. So it's kind of looking for boogeymen that don't exist. And it just uses up a lot of energy, a lot of resources trying to find those things that don't exist. So it just depends on what comes up during his session. Um, like for example, he might have a misalignment in, say, like his skull, okay, which is just like creating, basically an energetic blockage to the flow of his brain. So like the signals can't get through, the blood flow can't happen, that kind of stuff. So it just depends on what comes up, but we'll just kind of, basically, test it out, clear it up, whatever, needs to happen. So basically that is what, the muscle testing through the brain sent me to is body code. That's going to be like his best thing. Which, to be honest, like the three different codes that I do, emotion code, body code, and belief code. Body code is kind of my favorite because emotion code and belief code are kind of built in to the program, so, or into the muscle testing matrix. So if he has emotional issues, which everybody does, I mean, that some of the blockages and things that are happening are going to be emotional, because those act as like these balls of energy that just get caught in certain places, and it just it monkeys with our our energetic system, probably just about more than just about anything. So, well, I mean, EMF gives it a run for its money for sure, but so the I mean, at some point, absolutely, he will be having emotional things come up. Everybody does. Like, there's no way around that. A lot of our emotional, physical traumas, like associated with those things. Um, so body code is kind of my favorite for that reason. But there are times that if somebody is really super emotional, like it's just gonna want to go to emotion code. um, or if most of their issues lie in the mind, they might just ask for belief code to just go right there rather than having to drill into it through body code. So it's not very surprising that, and in light of the fact that it's saying that these neurological things are very much tied to EMF, and his sensitivity to it, body code is definitely like the right route to go there. So, um, so in light of that, that would be my recommendation for doing that. I'm just getting ready to post um all of those things on my site. I don't even have them up yet. I'll have to look at what the particular package, because basically I've got the pricing like kind of pay as you go. The initial is a little more because obviously we go through, the kinds of things I mean, I've gone over a little bit here with you today, but it's, it just takes longer as, you see what's coming up, and, to just explain kind of the process and all of that. Um, and then, it's kind of a pay as you go kind of thing, or you can get like, packages. Um, so I'll kind of send you some more information on that. I just wanted to get some testing done, and then I'll send you um kind of just this report. Is there anything else? I feel like there are some more questions I'll probably put together with this, like if there's something nutritionally we can do about the genetic flaws. Um, and what I assume the autoimmune issues are going to primarily be related to toxicity, um, and find out. I mean, we've just done so much back and forth talking. I think at some point we did talk about the possibility of getting him tested for heavy metals, or, basically, the possibility of taking chelators. I do have a really good plant-based chelator for through NSP. Um, and I do have one for systemic formulas. I don't know if I have any of that in stock, but I have to order from Systemic Formulas today anyway. I should have over the weekend, but they wouldn't get it until today anyway because they don't work weekends. So I really need to be getting onto that. So I'll try and test some, if I have some appropriate, what his best, the couple of lines I have as far as chelators, heavy metal, stuff to help him read the heavy metals. That would be my guess. Um, because all of those heavy metals just act as little amplifiers of all of the EMF. So it just doesn't take a lot. Um, it just acts as antennas for all of that. So if there's any of those waves anywhere, and that can be coming off of TVs, radios, like you name it, any device, any electronic device at all. Definitely, some microwaves are better than others at, you know, um, if y'all have a microwave or he eats microwave foods or whatever, um, all of that. I do have a really good um, handheld meter that I use. And I've been doing that myself more and more. Um, I can kind of shoot you that link too and just kind of go through some more things here and just see what we can kind of uncover that would be most helpful for him, and send you some pricing for body code if y'all want to go that route. um so I will just spend a little more time on like my second, maybe third level of testing through this, um just drilling into things, and then I'll just kind of send you the report later on. um Okay. Well, hopefully you found this helpful and it'll just kind of help to give us a plan going forward because, obviously. Um, all right, you take care. We will, I'm sure, talk soon or whatever. Email, chat. Okay.